Happy day, children. I hope you are enjoying my LMS posts, the videos on various topics of mathematics. And today it is something we are actually entering into the portion of grade 8th. Anyway, we will have some preliminaries on this also. And it is the topic is properties on the set of rational numbers. You have already studied about rational numbers, operations on rational numbers, and special characteristics associated with rational numbers. So in grade 8, you will be further extending that rational number concepts with a few more like you have got in this one, properties on rational numbers, representation of rational numbers on number line, finding rational numbers between given rational numbers. Of course, we have studied about representation of rational numbers in grade 7th also. We have studied about rational numbers between given rational numbers, but you took simple rational numbers and you did it. Now it is extended to somewhat hard rational numbers, which you presume as hard. But once introduced, you will get to know that you have nothing, you have not learnt anything far complicated. It is going to be easier only. Okay, now before that, in this first phase, I will only be able to take you for 20 minutes time on prerequisite knowledge. Rational numbers, properties of rational numbers will come next. Before that, we will do this one. Prerequisite knowledge, we will just revise it in this one. The next video will be on properties of rational numbers. We will cover only two parts of it, which is, a closure property and the commutative property. Okay, these two will be done today in two phases, in two separate videos. So those two will be posted today. You can enjoy it. Okay, thank you. Now let us go with some previous knowledge. This thing in recapitulation. We have studied about the evolution of fractions. All these things we will study. Every integer is a rational number that you know. Sign of a rational number, you know it. Okay, and equivalent rational numbers, the standard form of rational numbers. Addition of two rational numbers, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All these things will be recapitulated in this session within a time of 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. So, coming to evolution of number sets. You have studied about natural number set. From natural number sets, you got integers, whole numbers. To natural numbers were meant for only counting, and when the purpose shifted from counting to measuring, you included a 0 to include the starting point of measuring. So the set was renamed as whole numbers, and after that you came across measuring opposite quantities. So you had a sign assigned to this whole number set. You got the still bigger set, which is integers. So you have got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and -1, -2, 3, etc. are in integer set. This is the set you have studied until grade 7. In grade 7 you have studied beyond this also. So that is you studied about fractions. Fractions means fractions are used to represent not only the wholes to be counted, but the parts need to be counted also. So you wanted to express a part of a whole, which is represented by the fractions. So fractions, it is a way of representation of part of a whole. So if there are some wholes and a part of it, so you will make it as the improper fraction that you have studied. And proper fraction means only less than one whole, and it is represented in the form of a fraction. It will have a numerator, it will have a denominator. Okay, so the denominator represents the whole parts in the given whole is converted into, and the numerator represents the part of which the part of the whole, which is the fraction is that part of the whole which is represented. So we have used the shaded figures to represent fractions. Numerator, denominator, all are there. Okay, so now fractions, you dealt with only positive numbers in the numerator and denominator. Fractions, you used only whole numbers in the numerator, and in the denominator you used whole numbers except 0, because anything divided by 0 is not defined, that is known to you. So in fractions you used the form something numerator by divided by denominator, where the numerator is a whole number and denominator is the whole number less 0, because the numerator cannot be 0. Okay, so then next you extended the concept to rational numbers just by saying it is again the same form, p by q form, where p and q are not whole numbers, but here you are saying p and q are integers. That's what the biggest difference between fractions and rational numbers. In fractions, it is of the form p by q. You have assigned a form. In integers, you have assigned a sign to the numbers. Negative numbers and positive sign you have assigned. 0 is neither positive nor negative. But when you have taken up the rational numbers, you are giving a form, form, shape, which is the form is some numerator by divided by denominator to represent all the numbers. So your rational number set has come, and how a rational number is different from a fraction? In fractions, numerator and denominators are whole numbers, and the denominator cannot be 0. But in rational numbers, numerator by denominator is the form as same as the fractions, but for the one fact, the numerator and denominator are integers, not whole numbers. So negative, positive values can come in the numerator and in the denominator too, but the denominator cannot be equal to 0, because anything divided by any number divided by 0 is not defined in our maths. Okay, so once you gave the form of rational numbers, the number were written as if it is -1, you used to write it as -1 numerator by denominator 1, -2 by 1, -3 by 1, like that. Even the whole numbers 1, 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1, 0 can be written as 0 by 1 or 0 by 2, whatever it is. So all forms are there here. So in rational numbers, you have assigned a form of a fraction, which is of a rational number, which is of the form p by q. So we will now discuss in detail rational numbers. You are defining it. A rational number which can be is the one which can be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers. Okay, and q not equal to 0. See, in fraction it is also of the form same p by q, but p and q are whole numbers, and q cannot be 0 in fractions also. That is what the difference between rational numbers and fractions. Okay, so since the integers 0, -2, 4 can be written in the form 0, you can write these are all whole numbers, you say. But now you have come to a superset consisting of the whole number set, so which is the rational number set. So you must be now you will not be writing these numbers as 0, -2, -2 and +4. You will be writing it as 0 by 1, -2 by 1, 4 by 1, like this extra. So when it is written in this form, you say they are all rational numbers. Means every whole number is a rational number, every integer is a rational number, every fraction is a rational number, but every integer is not a fraction, because negative numbers are not allowed in fractions. When you say integer, -2 is there. -2 by 1 is a rational number, but -2 by 1 is not a fraction, because -2 is a negative number. In fractions, you admit only numerator and denominator both are positive only. Okay, now coming to sign of rational numbers. See, some forms are here. The sign of rational number with both numerator and denominator having the same sign. Numerator and denominator both are positive, means that rational number is positive number. Positive is considered as positive. And in some other case, both the numerator and denominator are negative. Both numerator and denominator are negative. In that case too, that rational number is considered as a positive rational number. See, when I say 2 by 7, it is a positive rational number. You can't say 2 is a positive rational number, 7 is, it is not 2 number. 2 by 7 is one number. It is a form, rational form. Similarly, -3 by 5. -3 by 5 means you will say -5 by +7. What is the sign of this number? Some positive or negative? Is not confused. It is not -2 by 5. It is one number, not two different numbers. -2 by 5 is one number. It is not two numbers, as -2 separately and 7 separately, 5 separately. So -2 by 5 is a negative number, because in the second sum we are saying the sign of the rational numbers with either of the numerator or denominator. Either means one of that. Either of the two numbers, numerator and denominator, okay, have a negative sign. Not both, only either of them have a negative sign. In that case, that rational number minus 2 by 5 is negative, because the numerator has a negative sign and the denominator has the positive sign. Not both the numerator and denominator are negative. If both the numerator and denominator are negative, you will say it as positive, as it is said in the first case. So here, if either of the numerator or denominator has a negative sign, then that rational number is considered as negative. So these are the 4 by 5, both are positive, these are positive rational numbers. Here also numerator and denominator have negative signs, therefore it is also a positive number, positive rational number. But if you say these numbers, here numerator has a negative number and denominator has a positive sign. So this is the negative rational number. Similarly, 2 by minus 5 is there. This is also negative because the denominator has a negative sign. So either of that numerator denominator has a negative sign, means it is a negative rational number. Now coming to next one, without 2 by minus 5 comes, how there should be some, what is the rational numbers form? Actually, it is something like minus of 2 by 5, because 2 by 5 is the magnitude and minus is the sign of it. But we can write it like this minus can be carried over to here, which is the equivalent form. You can multiply both the numerator and denominator by minus 1. So that 2 into minus 1 minus 2, minus 5 into minus 1 equal to plus 5. So these two are equal. You can just simply shift the minus to the numerator and the rational number remains the same. Or you can write it like this minus sign of, and the magnitude is 2 by 5. Similarly, minus 22 by 123 can be written as negative sign of this one. So these are all known to you. Next, coming to equivalent rational numbers. Given a rational number, you can always write its equivalent by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same number. So here I have given one number minus 2 by 5. You can multiply the numerator with 2 and denominator with 2. 2 2s are minus 4, 5 2s are 10. So you have got one set of one rational number which is equivalent to this. Or you can take 2 3s are 6. When you multiply the numerator by 3, denominator by 3, minus 2 3s are 6. 5 3s are 15. So here also these numbers are equivalent rational numbers. Here how did I get it? Minus 2 4s are 8. 5 4s are 20. So minus 8 by 20, minus 6 by 15, minus 4 by 10 and minus 2 by 5 all are equivalent rational numbers. But these are all not in standard form, because this can be reduced. After reducing it, these all can be reduced to minus 2 by 5. But 2 by 5 you cannot reduce anymore. It is already in the lowest terms. We use the term standard form for rational numbers, standard form of rational numbers. But in the case of fractions, you have learnt it as lowest terms. Fractions in the lowest terms. You will divide both the numerator and the denominator by their HCF to reduce a given fraction. So likewise here, it is standard form, means the magnitudes of the numerator and denominator should be co-prime. Okay, that is what it is. That means these are, you cannot reduce it anymore. 2 by 5. So that is all known to you. These are all not in standard form, but this is a standard form. Sometimes the minus may come in the denominator. In that case, you will have to shift the minus to the numerator. So it is that if both are, when numerator and denominator are negative, then it is assumed as positive number with the magnitudes only. Okay. So these are all equivalent numbers. So a rational number is not represented uniquely. See, these are all same rational numbers. Okay. So you can say the representation of rational number is not unique. Hence, rational number representation is not unique. You can represent minus 2 by 5 like this, like this, like this, whichever way. But all are same equally. So standard form of a rational number. So the standard form means, as you have learnt in fractions, reducing a given fraction to its lowest terms. Means you will be cancelling the numerator and denominator with their HCF and reduce it. When the numerator and denominator becomes co-prime, you say it is in lowest terms. The same thing applies here. A rational number expressed in lowest terms with this numerator and denominator being co-prime to each other. Okay. That means 1 is the only HCF. What do you mean by co-prime of two numbers? Co-prime means that a pair of numbers are called co-prime, means only one divides both the number, no other numbers will divide them. Okay. So, and the denominator is a positive integer. So that's why I said if the denominator becomes negative, that should be shifted to the numerator. So that is what it is. So here the standard form 8 by minus 20. Now you can reduce it also. To 8 and 20 have a common factor which is 4. So 8 divided by 4 equal to 2. 20 divided by 4 equal to 5. And this denominator cannot be negative, so I am just shifting it to up here by multiplying by minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 20, this way this comes here like this. Okay. So now this is in the standard form. Proper positive natural numbers, you know. Rational numbers, you know. Proper means a proper fraction, you know. Proper fraction means any fraction which is less than 1. Or you can say the numerator is less, denominator is greater than the numerator. Denominator is bigger than the numerator. In that case, you say it is a proper fraction. The same way, proper positive rational numbers. So, proper positive rational numbers means all those proper, the magnitude should be a proper fraction. Okay, and the sign should be positive. That's it. So, the proper positive rational numbers lie between 0 and 1. In the case of fraction, you set proper fraction. Since in rational numbers signs are assigned, you are saying positive rational number, proper positive rational numbers. They all lie between 0 and 1. Similarly, negative proper rational numbers. Proper negative rational numbers, as you know, if the absolute value of negative rational number is a proper fraction. Absolute value means your opposite without sign. Without sign you are taking, not opposite, it is additive inverse. So, without sign if you take number, a negative number is there, minus 7 by 8. Here negative sign is there. 7 by 8 is a proper fraction because numerator is 7, denominator is 8, numerator is smaller and denominator is bigger. So it is a proper fraction. Magnitude is a proper fraction. Okay. So from the absolute value means without sign 7 by 8 is a proper fraction. So you say it is a negative rational number. Proper negative rational numbers lie between 0 and minus 1. All negative proper rational numbers lies on the left side of 0 on the number line, and it is between 0 and minus 1. All proper positive numbers lie right side of 0 on the number line, and they lie between 0 and positive 1. Okay. Now coming to, let us recall addition. So coming to addition of rational numbers, so let us take two rational numbers, which is 7 upon 3 plus minus 5 by 3. We are taking two like rational numbers. One is 7 upon 3 and the other one is minus 5 upon 3. So when you add it, it is a positive 7 by 3 plus positive negative 5 by 3, because it is minus 5 here. So it is, you are writing the integers in the integer form with signs. Now you are taking only 1 3 here because like fractions addition you can recall. The next step, it is positive 7 plus positive negative 5. 7 blue balls, 5 red balls, means 2 blue balls will remain. So that is equal to positive 2 by 3. So this is a simple one for you, know it. Now we are taking two rational numbers. One is the negative 7 by 5, the other one is negative 2 by 3. These two are added. But on seeing this itself, you can say that it is unlike fractions. Unlike fractions means you will have to take the LCM of it and convert both the fractions into equivalent like rational numbers. So first you are writing this as it is. What is LCM of 5 and 3? 15. So you will have to write this 5 and 3 both with 15 15. So this 5 has become 15, means you will have to multiply it with this 5 with something, we got 15. So 5, you will have to multiply this with 3. 5 3s are 15. So you will have to multiply the same numerator also with 3. When you multiply it, you are getting minus 7 into 3, which will come here. Okay, this one, which is minus 21. Now coming to this rational number, it is written here. So this 3 has become 15 here. Now you will have to multiply this with 5. 3 5s are 15. So here also you will have to multiply with 15. 5. So minus 2 5s are minus 10 will come here. Okay. So this way, this fraction converted into equivalent fraction with 15 as the denominator, where 15 is the LCM of 5 and 3. Okay. So in the next step, if these are like fractions, instead of adding these, you can add this. Okay. So 15 you have taken, you will have to add minus 21 and minus 10. So that was what come here, and it is equal to two negative numbers. Red balls added, you will get red balls, and total number of red balls is 31 minus 31 by 15. So this way I have done it, and I would like to make you recall one more property, which is additive inverse. Additive inverse of any number is its opposite sign. So minus 2 by 3 is a rational number. What is its additive inverse? Its opposite. So it is 2 by 3. Similarly, 2 by 3 is given. What is its opposite? Its sign is positive. So its opposite sign is minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3. When you add these two, what you will get? 2 by 3 added to minus 2 by 3, you will get 0, which is the additive identity element. Here also when you add these two, you get 0. So that is what the concept of additive inverse. Let us now recall subtraction of rational numbers. I am taking two rational numbers 5 by 6 and 3 by 8. I am subtracting 3 by 8 from 5 by 6. So this is the way in mathematically is written. So you will have to convert the fractions. These are actually unlike fractions, unlike rational numbers. Okay, unlike both are positive, so you can say it as fractions also. So it is something similar to subtraction of fractions. So let us take it as rational numbers. So 5 by 6 one rational number, 3 by 8 another rational number. When you are subtracting, you will have to take the LCM of 6 and 8. You will not take LCM in multiplication and division. LCM is taken of the denominators is taken in addition and subtraction only. So remember it in mind. In multiplication and division, you will not take LCM of fractions. Okay. So 6 and 8 is that. So what is the LCM of 6 and 8? You can find it out using prime factorization method. Okay. You can take the common factor division method. So or you can just simply find the HCF of this 2 divides both. So 2 3s are 2 4s are, and then so you can find the LCM of it, or you can say 8 is not a multiple of 6. So what are the other multiples of 8? 8 2s are 16. 16 is not divisible by 3, and 8 3s are 24. 24 is divisible by 3. 6. Therefore, so 8 3s are 24, which is divisible by 6. So 24 must be the LCM of it. So that LCM, finding LCM is known to you. I don't want to go still lower. So I am taking LCM as 24 for both the fractions. This is the fraction which is to be written here. The denominator 6 here has become 24. How many times have you multiplied it? 6 4s are 24. So the numerator will also be multiplied by 4. 5 4s are 20 will come here. Okay. Now this number has come here. Means this 8 has become 24. So I will have to, how many times multiply it? 8 3s are 24. So same 3 times I will have to multiply numerator. 3 3s are will come here. 3 3s are 9. So this way I have found the equivalent fractions of it with the same denominator, means like fractions. These two were unlike fractions. Now they have been made unlike rational numbers. Both the denominators are same. So instead of subtracting this the subtraction problem of this, you can do this problem. Now we will say you will take the denominator as 24, 20 minus 9, which will come here. 20 minus 9 is 11 by 24. So subtraction done. Now let us recall multiplication of rational numbers. In multiplication you will not find LCM. Understand it? In division also you will not find LCMs. LCM is taken only when there is addition and subtraction in fractions or rational numbers. So now in multiplication, the step is multiply the numerators of the two rational numbers. Okay, multiply the denominators of the two rational numbers. Write the product. Result of step 1, result of step. This is applicable to that, but in the rational numbers, you see, you will have to consider the signs also. There is a sign of the rational numbers also. So it is understood here. This has not been explicitly written. I will come up with an example and tell you. So here I am taking this rational number minus negative 5 by 8 is one rational number, negative 9 by 7 is another rational number. These two are multiplied. I will not take LCM now because multiplication is that. Okay, this is sign negative, this is sign negative, not operator minus. Okay, so this multiplication problem of rational numbers. So now the rule is, as I said you, working rule. You know why you are doing like that. Those things you have learnt in grade 7th in depth. So we are going by the working rule of multiplication of rational numbers. So what does it say? First you will have to multiply the sign of the two. What is the sign of this rational number? What is the sign of? Both are negative because numerator negative, denominator positive in this rational number means this is a negative rational number. Here also the same case. So I will rewrite it with signs exclusively. Minus 5 by 8 I will write as minus 5 by 8 magnitude. Minus 9 by 7 I will write it as minus 9 by 7 second. Now I will have to multiply these two means I will have to first multiply the signs and then the magnitudes. So it is written as minus multiplied by minus. It is written separately here, and then 5 by 8 without sign I am writing them. So in the next step, minus into minus is plus, and this I know. This is 7 is there, it is left out here, I check it. So 8 7s are 56 and 5 9s are 45, minus into minus is plus. So it has come like this. Okay, thank you. So children, there was a mistake here. I have corrected it. It is 5 multiplied by 9 and 8 multiplied by 7, which in the next step minus into minus is plus. 5 9 are 45, 8 7 are 56. So this is what is done. So now let us recall multiplication of rational numbers. Sorry, it is division. So let us recall division of rational numbers. I have corrected it. That was a minor mistake, typing mistake, copying mistake actually. So we are taking two rational numbers, 4 divided by 9, 4 by 9 divided by negative 5 by 7. So 4 by 9 divided by negative 5 by 7. This is what we are going to do as an example. We all know it. First you will have to segregate the signs. This is positive 4 by 9 and this is negative 5 by 7. You are dividing them. So you will have to write them with, what is the sign of this? Positive 4 by 9 separately. What is the sign of this number? Negative 5 by 7. Without loss of generosity, you can write like that. So now you will have to divide it. So first you will have to divide the signs. So here it is positive divided by negative. Okay. So I amended it. There was a little mistake here. Positive divided by negative 4 by 9 and 5 by 7. I am not writing this minus again here because that minus has come already here. This minus has come here already. So 5 by 7 is their magnitude. So it is when you positive divided by negative is negative. So 4 by 9, this divided needs to be converted into a multiplication problem, and as you know it is multiplied by reciprocal of 5 by 7. When it is in subtraction you are saying adding opposite. In division you say multiplying the reciprocal. So multiplying the reciprocal of 5 by 7. So that is what written here. This is multiplicand, this is multiplier. So the multiplier's reciprocal is written here, okay? And 4 by 9 into the reciprocal of this number is 7 by 5. So negative 4 numerator to be multiplied and denominator to be multiplied. You cannot cancel any of the terms here. 4 cannot cancel either 9 or 5. 7 cannot cancel either 9 or 5. Therefore it is to be multiplied and written 4 7 are 28, 9